Okay, you walk into a dark room and suddenly, there it is. That chill. Your heart starts racing and every little sound seems 10 times louder. We all know that feeling, right? But what's actually happening in our brains when that happens? I mean, what is it about just the absence of light that triggers such a deep, primal fear in us? Well, it turns out the answer is buried deep within our own biology and our ancient history. And this is the strangest part. Our logical brain is screaming, "You're fine, you're in your own house." And yet that uneasy feeling still manages to creep in. So let's figure out why that is. Okay, first things first, we need to completely change how we think about this feeling. It is not a flaw, it's not something weird or something to be ashamed of at all. The truth is, fear is one of our most powerful and ancient tools. It's basically a built-in defense system with one and only one purpose: to keep you alive. So how exactly does this alarm system work? Well, it all kicks off in a very specific and very powerful little part of our brain. Let me introduce you to your amygdala. Now, you can think of it as your brain's own little smoke detector. It's always on, 24/7, constantly scanning your environment for anything that feels, well, uncertain or potentially dangerous. And here's the thing about the amygdala. It works way faster than your conscious brain. So when you step into that dark room and your vision is suddenly gone, that uncertainty is all it needs to sound the alarm, long before your logical brain has a chance to catch up and say, "Hey, wait a minute." And when that alarm goes off, your body doesn't hesitate. It immediately kicks into gear, triggering this cascade of physical events we call the fight or flight response. It's getting you ready for action right now. And this is what's actually happening inside your body. That faster heartbeat, it's pumping more oxygen to your muscles. The sweating, that's to cool you down for action. And all of your senses become razor sharp. Your body is physically getting you ready to either fight a potential danger or run for your life. But why? Why is our brain's alarm system so ridiculously sensitive to something as simple as darkness? Well, the answer isn't here in our modern world. And I mean way, way back. Because the real root of this fear is an echo, a ghost, from a time when our survival depended on it every single night. You have to remember, for our ancient ancestors, darkness wasn't just an inconvenience. It was deadly serious. It meant predators were out hunting. It meant the risk of tripping and getting injured was incredibly high. So what we feel today isn't a reaction to our safe, dark bedroom. It's an ancient instinct that's been passed down through thousands and thousands of generations. Think about it. The very real threats of predators have now been replaced by imagined ones. The risk of falling off a cliff in the dark is now just a general feeling of uncertainty. We're running ancient survival software on modern hardware. And this quote pretty much sums up the core logic of our evolution. The ancestor who jumped at a shadow and was wrong, they survived. The one who assumed a shadow was just a shadow but happened to be wrong, well, they didn't get to pass on their genes, did they? Your brain is hardwired to operate on this better safe than sorry principle. So knowing all this, knowing that this is a deep, primal instinct, what can we actually do about it? How do we manage this ancient programming in our totally modern lives? Okay, first, you have to understand what your brain is trying to do. It's not trying to scare you. When your eyes can't give it information, your brain uses its imagination to fill in the blanks, to predict what might be out there. That shadow that kind of looks like a person, that's your brain trying to spot a potential threat to keep you safe. It sees it as a protective mechanism, not a scene from a horror movie. And this idea also helps explain something else we've all wondered about: why this fear is so much more intense for kids. You see, a child's mind is basically the perfect storm for this fear. Their imagination is incredibly active and powerful. Their logical reasoning skills are still developing, and that line between what's real and what's make-believe, it's pretty blurry. So that combination just amplifies that ancient instinct to its absolute peak. But here's the good news. You do not have to be controlled by this instinct. You can actually learn to work with your brain. And the steps are actually pretty simple, but they're really powerful. Just adding a little nightlight gives your brain enough data to calm down. Seriously, just understanding the science, knowing why you feel this way, can rob the fear of its power. From there, you can consciously choose to focus on what you know is real, and bit by bit, you can teach your brain that darkness isn't the threat it used to be. And really, that's the main takeaway here. That feeling you get isn't actually caused by the dark itself. It's caused by the incredible, powerful, and ancient survival system that's humming away inside your own mind. So the next time you feel that little bit of unease in a dark room, just remember this. You are not being weak. You're not being childish. You are experiencing a fundamental part of what it means to be human. A human whose ancestors were smart enough and, yep, scared enough to survive. So now that you know it's just a protective mechanism, what does your own powerful imagination try to show you in the dark?